Hello,
Hello,
I'm Caitlin Powell,
and I'm Kate Butch.
and this is Queers Gone By, the show we talk about nostalgic film, TV, and snacks, and try to work out if that's what made us queer.
And today...
Today,
have you got any nostalgic snacks for today?
I've got a tea.
I haven't brought anything with me, but I think tomorrow I've been promised potato smiley faces, so...
Ooh, I haven't had
There's
those in
that.
ages. And we're both at I've bubbled up with my family for lockdown
And
too.
I've been with my family for
So we've
84 years.
We've got a nostalgic aura of disappointment.
And anxiety.
Yes. Anyway,
today we've hinted at it. We decided mid-episode
yeah,
2 weeks ago what we were going to do.
massively impulsively, because as we said just before we started recording, has anyone seen this?
Has anybody seen this?
Is this just a fever dream we both had and it brought us together for this moment?
It may well be. It is the classic 2000/2001
Slash
re-released in
2004.
2004, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. The iconic film Help!
Help!
I'm a
I'm
fish!
a fish! I love it. It's such a European title because, for listeners, this was not a British or American film. It was originally a German, Danish, and Irish film. 3 nations coming together to create one masterpiece. And then Shark Tale got released, and they went, well, we've got to redub Help, I'm a Fish.
I think they had redubbed it, and then they were getting on this like Finding Nemo Shark Tale train, being like, "Look, cunts, everyone's about the sea nowadays. Let's re-release it and maybe recoup some of the money that we spent on it." According to Wikipedia, they did not.
Oh no! I wonder how I even saw this, because I definitely have watched this many times as a child. But
I
how?
definitely got this
Was
on
it released
video
in
from the
cinemas?
library.
Yeah, maybe.
That was how I got it.
It
and
seems
we
like
were
something
obsessed.
Minan would present to me like, eh? And I'd be like, sure. Fish.
I'm all about the sea.
Yeah. That is inherently queer.
There's something queer about the sea.
The changing of the tides, the uncontrollable mystery. It's all very
Ebb and
queer.
flow.
Oh yes. Tag yourself. I think I'm Ebb.
I feel quite flowy.
Yeah, I feel like you're more
That's
of a
good. We've covered all bases. So yes, we hope that other people have seen this, and if not, it's on Amazon Prime. You're welcome, Jeff. Mm-hmm. Enjoy the money.
also,
I hope it makes you
Do
very
treat
happy.
yourself to this film. It stars a young Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul and an old Alan Rickman.
I think this is a medium Alan Rickman.
A medium Alan Rickman. He never really got old, did he?
Well, didn't he start acting when he was like 40 or something?
Well, he's always been old, but he was also
Yeah.
his career was curtailed.
Oh, so
Big
sad.
sad.
So sad. I had a massive crush on Alan Rickman. when I was
In
younger.
what film? Don't say Harry Potter.
All of them. All of them.
Okay, well that's thankfully for now I'm not the one with the weird crushes.
I mean, I didn't fancy the weird purple harlequin fish that he is in this film.
That's fair. I fancied him in Dogma.
Yes. Also, as
Even
the
though he
Sheriff
had, like-
of Nottingham.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you've got to. There's endless scenes of him fucking for no apparent reason.
Oh, good for you, Alan. Good for you.
Yeah.
Get it, gal.
Yeah, get it, gal. This also has the... it also has Terry Jones
Terry
in it.
Jones, yes, the late Terry
Who I
Jones.
think-
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Who I think, crucially, has no controversy section on his wiki. Good for a Python. I think we could like him still.
He was, and he did Labyrinth, didn't he? Did he write Labyrinth?
Oh,
Which I don't think
wait,
you've
no.
seen.
Excuse you.
I'm fairly sure we've discussed that you haven't seen Labyrinth.
I've seen it like 5 times.
Hello, Sarah. Okay.
Crystal Ball Boy.
Your baby brother is in the middle of my labyrinth.
Sarah. What was I going to say? That might be Terry Gilliam, who's a massive cunt.
He's a massive cunt. John Cleese. Michael Palin's borderline. I don't think Graham Chapman... Again, Graham Chapman didn't have the time to be controversial.
Well, he died at the age of, 30.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
But he was gay,
Graham
so it's
Chapman
fine.
and Terry Jones... Yes, and Terry
wins.
Jones have excellent Life of Brian moments, so...
And maybe Eric Idle is also less controversial.
Yeah, I really like Eric Idle.
He seems quite
He wrote
nice.
Spam a lot.
He did.
Yeah. And gave... what's her name? Oh, wait, I was going to say Sarah Bareilles?
Sarah Ramirez, who was in...
No, it's a
Spamalot.
B. She was the original Lady of the Lakes.
Sarah Ramirez.
It's not Ramirez.
It is.
What?
It's not Sarah Bareilles. If you think it's Sarah Bareilles, it's not Sarah Bareilles.
I was getting confused. You're right. But that's such a fun part.
Also, non-binary.
What, the character?
No, the actor. I think she uses she and
Really?
they. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely time. Anyway, so yes.
We digress.
Terry Jones, non-controversial Python. Lovely.
Hello, Sarah. Yes.
Yes.
So the film begins with this weird, sexy song about the ocean. Like we were saying,
Yeah.
with the opening credits, it's like, the ocean's gonna fuck ya. Open your hole for the ocean.
And I, as a child, was like, sure.
I will. It's open.
And that's what made me queer.
End scene.
Yeah. Yeah. This soundtrack, though, is pretty good.
Well, the Sexy Ocean song soon metamorphoses into the iconic I'm a little yellow fish in the deep blue sea. Something,
Sung
something.
by Dutch teen pop duo Creamy.
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 Or Little Trees. There's two who sang it. I don't know why, but
Oh.
I like Creamy.
Creamy.
That decision, and why was it their parents? What?
Well, now that they're not really... Are they still going?
I think one of them's a singer on her own. I don't know about the other one.
The name Creamy is available.
Yeah.
So when I think we should form a pop duo.
A Dutch teen pop duo.
We should be Dutch.
Yeah.
And we'll call it Creamy.
Creamy.
Oh, Creamy Muck Muck.
I'm a little yellow fish.
Hello, Sarah. I'm a little yellow fish. With my circular balls.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a bop. It's an absolute bop.
It's a
Lou
flop.
Vega is also on the soundtrack.
I didn't hear any of the Lou Baker bit. I googled it and I was like, where was this song, please?
I don't know, but I was excited.
I was probably distracted. This film is kind of like someone saw the Nazi imagery of The Lion King's Be Prepared and were like,
Thank
what if
you, I
this
thought
was
exactly
a
the same.
feature-length film? Well, not feature-length.
Yeah.
It's an hour and 17 minutes and at least 10 minutes of those are credits.
Yeah. I was like midway through one of Alan Rickman's little speeches, because spoiler alert, he plays the bad guy. I was like watching it and I was like, I'd had like 3 wines and I was like, this is definitely a metaphor for something. And then 5 minutes later I was like, oh no, it's good standard like Disney fascism. Like their classic imagery. Also, they definitely copied and pasted Miriam Margolyes from Mulan as the aunt.
Oh, fully.
Just copy and paste. No difference in design. They even do the weird makeup bit. It's... Who made this? A Dutch group? But what?
Danish.
Anyway. Danish?
Yeah.
Really? Yes, you're right. Wait,
Oh, it's
Danish
some
is
kind
Dutch,
of
isn't it?
European in it. It's all the same.
Oh no,
It's
Danish
not.
isn't Dutch.
No, crucially,
Sorry.
Dutch is Dutch and Danish is Danish.
Yeah, apologies to our Danish listeners and Dutch listeners.
Our bevy of Danish listeners. If you are a Danish listener or a Dutch listener, do get in contact. Tell us if you watched this
please.
film. Is this the only entertainment you've had in the frozen wastelands?
I'm sure it was. And what a great time they must have had.
So we're introduced to Fly,
Generic boy number 1.
generic boy number 1. He loves fishing. Fly fishing. Fly
Yeah.
fishing.
Fly
Fly fishing? Fly fishing.
Fly fishing. Yes.
And he's got a little baby sister called Stella.
Stella! Yes, love her.
I mean, the amount of shouting of Stella in this bloody film is like a bloody Tennessee Williams play.
I was going to say yes.
Swear to God. Stella!
And I was trying to work out... Oh wait, let's wait till we've got the three protagonists, because I want to label them queer or not queer individually.
Okay. Finally, his parents are like, we're going out for the evening. I'm like, you clearly haven't seen The Witches, have you? Don't do it.
Yeah.
So your aunt's coming to babysit, and your cousin
playing
as well,
with fire.
Chuck.
Yes.
Voiced by Aaron Paul. When I saw that he was in it, I was like, oh, he's going to be like the generic boy number one. But
Yeah.
no, he's the nerdy loser Billy Bunter kid.
He's the one that you actually need someone with some degree of talent to voice.
Fair enough. He contains layers. He's queer.
Aaron Paul?
Not Aaron Paul, but the character of Chuck.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
The main guy is the straightest thing I've ever seen in my life. What a liability. At all times.
Absolutely.
And you definitely fancied him.
Now, I was thinking this. I'm not attracted to him until he becomes a fish.
Now, is that just because there is no... See, this is the mistake they made. Unlike Shark Tale, there is no sexy fish. Is that just because they're all fishes, so in comparison, I guess he is the sexy fish?
Was Alan Rickman a sexy fish?
No.
Sexy man.
Thank you. Yes.
He had in the film. Spoiler alert, jumping right ahead.
Wait, he
had abs.
He also had, like, protrusions on his face.
Yeah. More of him to love.
A lot of interesting texture.
You'd know where you were in the dark.
Yes. Like a grappling hook. Anyway, what about the dad? He was sexy.
Oh, the dad. So fit.
He was like a lumberjack.
So,
Yeah.
like Jason Momoa.
Yes.
There's something of the Aquaman about him, which is very fitting and very fit.
It is.
Yes.
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 So, yes. Miriam Margolyes, Aunt Anna has arrived.
Crucially, she's not voiced by Miriam Margolyes. The film would be quite an improved masterpiece.
Yeah.
Although, speaking of, I googled this lady, see what she was in. She's been in things like Dragon Tales. She was in Ubos, which are two shows that we will be watching. I
have seen neither of them.
Oh my god. Ubos is fantastic.
Ooh.
Ultimate Book of Spells.
Oh.
It's about a sassy book. He's like,
that's
alright,
my gender.
construct some spells.
Actually, that's your gender.
Yeah. So Chuck's playing on, or doing some kind of clever thing on his computer.
Yeah.
But Fly ruins it.
Yeah, he just steals his laptop and deletes what Chuck's doing. Because...
Which I mean.
The dickhead.
I'd push him down the stairs.
That's fair enough. And then... Oh, Aunt Anna is reading a book to Stella.
Yes.
And she falls asleep.
It's
What's Aunt Anna's tale? Why is she falling asleep at like 4 p.m? What's going on?
It's the one thing that she wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah. And here we are.
And yet.
Yeah.
A liability. She's queer though, Aunt Anna.
Yeah, she's a bit.
She's a camp old slag.
She is a camp old flag.
Yeah.
We love to see it. So hearing that Aunt Anna is asleep, Fly is like, cool, I'm gonna grab my little sister under one arm, like she's the latest copy of Kerrang, and fucking skateboard my way down to the sea. No worries.
No stress, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he brings Chuck with him on some roller skates.
Oh, yeah. Does Chuck want to be there? I'm not sure.
No. I think
he is not a rock pool bisexual. He's very scared of the sea.
Well, speaking of rock pool bisexuals, they they fish out a can from the sea.
Yeah.
And inside is this little seahorse shit.
It's adorable. It's so cute.
And Chuck goes, it's a hippocampus vulgaris, which, that's not right.
That just means
hippocampus
ugly
is-
seahorse, doesn't it?
Hippocampus is your brain, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so ugly brain.
Ugly brain. That's my gender.
And then Stella's like, no it isn't, it's a girl. And I was like, Stella, please. We don't need to be gendering this seahorse. Also,
wrote it down.
seahorses are boys and girls, aren't they?
Oh, seahorses crucially are all and neither.
Yeah, they're like, what they hermaphroditic?
I think so.
Oh no, or is it seahorses where the dads can get pregnant?
I think the dads can get pregnant. I don't know.
I might be thinking of snails.
Never not thinking of snails, you. Snails on the brain.
Yeah.
And then they're like, she needs to go back in the water or she's going to die. And I'm like, you've been dithering about this for about 30 seconds. The bitch is dead already.
Yeah. Although I think learning to respect the ocean is inherently queer as well. Kind of like
You got to.
earlier. Yeah.
She's a sexy lady.
She is.
She'll get
She's
you
led by
whole.
the tides, led by the moon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Respect her.
She's a bisexual insta-witch.
Hey guys, it's me, the sea.
So I did a thing.
So they put it back in the water, but in true chitty chitty bang bang style, they turn around to find that the tide has come in.
And they fully leave Chuck to drown.
They're like, bye bitch, we know a secret cave entrance.
Which I was a bit like, oh no, this happened. I got really annoyed that the sea wasn't following them in and then it fully did. So, well done them. Not following them in as in like creeping after them, but like they went underground. I was like, the sea is going to follow you in.
I'm along for the adventure. Hello, I'm the sea.
It's me, the sea. I'm fluid.
So they get swept through the sea into this secret cave with a creepy boat.
Yes.
It's called the Jammy Dodger. Dodger.
Yeah. And it's in like an underground cave thing with a lagoon. And then the moon shines through and they turn into mermaids. Isn't that how it went? No, Cleo.
You're
gonna get turned into a fish.
Emma, help, I'm a mermaid.
I'm a little yellow fish.
And the deep blue sea. No.
No.
The water. And they wander around this boat that they just go on. There's like a mouse fish, which I thought was really cute. Eating some cheese.
Very cute.
And there's a diploma for Professor Mackrill.
Not Mackerel, Mac-krill.
Mackerel. Petril.
The puns in this were quite... Wait, were they
Laboured.
even puns?
Laboured.
Yeah, the writing was flawed.
Are they knocking on my door asking me to vote for Keir Starmer? Because they are laboured.
Ah!
Hate him.
Very good. I had a question around this point. Where are they? Are they
In
in
the
like
world?
New Jersey? Yeah, why is this professor who has managed to turn people into fish just in a boat in a mystery, like, underground lake cave thing?
It gives me very New Jersey vibes.
Yeah.
I think it's because the parents don't really care about their children.
No, he gives them a massive, like, lecture about global warming. And I'm like, this is ahead of its time.
Very ahead
Well,
of its
not
time.
really. Al Gore was literally running on that front, but, you know.
Oh, still.
Maybe
Stella
it's fully
keeps going on
obvious.
about how thirsty she is, and I'm like, bitch, me too, the fuck. But also, you
She
just went in
licks
the
a
sea,
leech.
so
I mean,
point
who
out.
amongst us hasn't licked a leech in our time?
Lick your leeches along with us.
Please do. And then dump him.
A fly sees a California flying fish.
And I was like, oh, here we fucking go. it's the fish he ends up turning into. There's also a bit where a jellyfish lands on Chuck, and I was like, oh, here we go.
And then the very creepy mad scientist. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, "Hiya, it's me, Terry Jones." I was like, "Thank God," because I was stressed and scared. I don't mind telling you.
Please do.
I was stressed and scared. He's like, so for when global warming happens and the sea levels rise, we all need to turn into fish to survive?
I was like, well, I feel like you're focusing on the wrong bit, but sure, yeah, let's turn this into fish. That seems easier than cutting down on fossil fuels. Completely reconstitute the human form instead of plastic straws. Then he sings a song. I didn't expect a song.
I forgot that there were songs.
Yeah,
apart from
took me by surprise.
Little Yellow Fish.
Yeah,
it's not a great song.
I was kind of into it, but I was 2 lines in.
He's like, I can never remember the ingredients to this potion, so I wrote a song about it. And then sings it. It's like, octopus, egg, and other shit. Mix it all together and now you're a fish.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, basically. It's a fun song. It was a little bit of a bop. A little bit.
It was jaunty. I'll give it that.
Yes, it was jaunty. There we go.
At best, jaunty.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Stella's fucking about, and the scientist is like, oh, but of course, it would be remiss of me not to show you guys the antidote. And everyone's like, yes, of course. It would be very sensible that we knew where the antidote was, just in case we accidentally drink the potion. Meanwhile, Stella's fucking about in the background, and she's like, lemonade! First of all, it's a red potion. Are you being spoiled on San Pellegrino's? Is that what's happening? You think that's a lemonade? Okay.
I saw someone I'm pretty good friends with, on Twitter referred to it as a San Pele, and I did a little bit of a sick in my mouth.
I've discovered that some people call going to a certain Japanese fusion restaurant having a waggers.
I've heard people. Where have you been?
I've been hanging around with the correct people, clearly.
I mean, I don't say it, but like, waggers, yeah.
Waggers. It's harder to say than wagamamas. Wagamamas flows off the tongue. Waggers. Just
Wagger chips.
Wagger chips.
Wagger chips.
But why would you like limit yourself to saying waggers when you could say wagamamas?
Wagamama.
Wagamama. I will be saying wagamama from now on.
Should we go to Wagamama? Have a San Pele?
Absolutely.
Love it.
Love it.
San Pellegrino is Tory Fanta, famously.
It's also very tasty though, so... Well, pass me a San Pelly and call me a Tory.
I fully believe that, like, the extra 80p that you spend on a can of San Pele purely goes to the foil bit on the top.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's where all your money's going, to the foil wrapper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 100%.
Honestly, just buy some sparkling water for 30p, a big bottle, and put a squeeze of lemon juice in it, babe.
I mean, I inherently don't trust anyone who drinks sparkling water.
Oh, I love sparkling water.
It tastes like the gas that's in the bubbles.
Yeah,
it don't taste like water.
I like sparkling water because it makes me feel healthy, even though I'm like, I've had a whole big bar of Bourneville and like tube of Pringles, and I'll drink some sparkling water and I'm like, I am pure.
Surely it's less hydrating. There's less water, more bubbles.
It's good to put in vegan batter. That's my top tip for the week.
Ah, okay. I heard, can you confirm or deny, that if you want to make vegan buttermilk, you get a vegan milk of some sort and just put some vinegar in it?
Yeah, tablespoon of vinegar. Or lemon juice.
That's exciting.
I'm full of vegan facts.
My battered tofu. I'm very excited.
Oh.
Batter me tofu and call me a Tory. Come on, Monterey.
Oh, my tofu is battered. Battered and bruised.
That's my Friday night.
Cheap as chips.
Anyway, where are we?
So
she
she drinks the
drinks-
potion.
Yeah.
And there's some weird... She, like, sees through time. This trippy animation. Like...
Uh-huh.
You're now a fish, bitch.
Yeah.
And she's now a starfish.
Yes. With a little skirt on.
With a little... She's...
Were they like wondering whether to draw a starfish badge? And they were like, I don't know, just draw a skirt on it. Just draw a skirt. Why did she have a skirt on?
Well, Fly has a hat on, and the jellyfish has glasses.
Why couldn't they just... She had some little pigtails. Why couldn't they just stick with that?
I don't know. Why are you so desperate to see this naked starfish?
I'm not. I'm just saying it's weird to put a skirt on a starfish.
This starfish walked so that Ponyo could run. Have you not seen Ponyo?
That Studio Ghibli?
Yeah.
I really want to. It
It's
looks really cute.
cute.
It's on Netflix, isn't it? Yeah.
And it's got the forgotten Jonas brother in it.
There's another one.
Yes.
There's 4.
I think he's called Frankie. He's like a lot younger than them.
Aww.
And I think
Oh,
maybe
bless.
Miley Cyrus's sister is also Ponyo.
Noah. Wow,
Yeah.
why do I know that?
Why do you know of that? And then Fly's like, what's this starfish doing here? Let's yeet it out the window.
First of all, he says, hey, check out this silly little fish. And I was like, that's cis gay men trying to relate to women, isn't it?
I'm a silly little fish.
They're like, hey, fish. It's like, don't, please, stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Also, there's this whole bit where Chuck realises, because he rolls back the footage because the professor has been filming them, which, as I say it out loud, is weird. Chuck rolls back the footage, realises that the starfish is the sister, and he's like, whoa, it's your sister. And I was like, even if it wasn't his sister, yeeting a starfish out the window is not okay.
When there's a fish tank right in front of you. Dickhead.
Straight
Fly's
liability.
Absolutely useless.
Yes.
So Fly decides to drink the potion
Yeah.
to go and get her.
And the professor's like, hang on, if you don't get the antidote within 48 hours, you'll be a fish forever. And at that point, I would have been like, okay, cool, let's discuss our options, make a plan, maybe a list. But Fly's like, nah, chugging it. Shall we agree to meet up at a certain point on this beat? No? Okay, fine. Fine.
And they're in some kind of boat because everything... Oh, they're on the boat looking for her. That's what they do, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the storm comes and knocks the professor and Chuck overboard, and Chuck can't swim, so he also downs the potion.
He may be the smartest of all because he drank a potion underwater.
That's
I don't
very
think that was
impressive.
possible.
You'd have to purse your lips and little sips. Little sips.
Sips. Like a fish.
And now that they're all, crucially, the titular fish,
Yes.
shall we take a very quick break?
Sure.
We might not be able to offer you a transformational potion, but you know what we can offer you?
Snacks.
That's right, our Patreon members get a monthly nostalgic snack delivered right to their door, as well as other great rewards like early access to episodes, bonus content, and even shout-outs. Speaking of which, here are our fabulous TRACY patrons.
Cole Scahill.
Alice Lia Maro,
Laura Kenny.
Ed Colley,
Alex's Simp.
and nothing is certain except Beth and taxes.
So if you'd like to become a patron and get access to our exclusive rewards, visit patreon.com/queers and sign up from just £1 a month.
That's patreon.com/QUEERS. So we're back, and Stella is face down on the bottom of the sea,
Bitch, me
which
too.
is a whole mood.
The fuck?
And they're all swimming around being like, Stella, where are you? And we pan across the sea to a floating... The antidote has sunk to the bottom of the sea and is spilling out.
Uh-huh.
And a little tiny fish and a big shark.
Pilot fish.
Oh, someone's seen the Doctor Who Christmas special 2005.
Oh no, someone just watched a lot of documentaries about the sea when they were a kid. That is pretty queer,
someone
actually.
was lonely, I see.
I was just like, show me all the fish. Show me seals.
I love a seal.
Seals are great.
They have a little quick sip of the potion.
And they
And
anthropomorphize.
they start speaking. They get teeth.
Yeah.
Crucially, horrible teeth.
Yeah, and weird, like, arm fins. It's horrible.
I hate it. It's Alan Rickman is the pilot fish called
Joe. The standard villainous name, Joe.
Right, Joe.
Right, Joe. Also, Alan Rickman fish is gay, right?
Oh, fully.
That's a fussy queer
got
if ever I
lipstick
saw
on.
one.
And the parents, meanwhile, they come home from... They're like super ready to fuck. They get out of the car and they're like making out and like touching each other. And then they come home and Aunt Anna's like covered in makeup, like, your kids have gone.
Yeah. And then they... Wait, I've forgotten when this happens. Is this when they call the police or does that happen later?
Not yet, they jump around a lot.
Yeah, they keep cutting to this
Cross-cutting.
bit and I'm like, I don't care what the parents are doing, show me the fish.
Well, we get to see Starfish Stella.
Yeah.
She wakes up and she meets Sasha again, the little seahorse bitch.
Yes.
And they're friends.
And they do a little, like,
And they...
I don't know, zooming around and then Fly finds Stella and it's very cute. But then Chuck comes along and with typical queer energy ruins the lovely family moment by telling them he's lost the antidote. Oh no.
Yes, he's a jellyfish, we should say.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure. And they're like, how
They
could
absolutely
you? And it's
roast
like,
him.
well, he's got no thumbs, so it's quite difficult
He
to
is
hold things.
99% water.
Yeah.
Give him a break.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they meet some other fish who can talk.
Oh yeah, we should
They're
also
waiting for the
say
bus.
Alan Rickman made the shark anthropomorphized as well, and also a crab to be his little henchman.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's some fish at the bus stop being like, oh, we're so glad we can talk, thanks to Joe and his meeting and his magic potion.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, let's go to this fucking meeting then. Let's get on this whale bus.
I guess it's like just a big fish bus. I guess Fly fully scams the bus driver.
Oh yeah.
I
He's like,
realised
"Sorry,
what he
can't
reminds-
pay, but I've got a child. I'm like,
Yeah, I realise he reminds me of like YouTuber prank channels. He's got that energy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they make such a big deal of like trying to pay for the fare on this bus, because they could have just used their Oyster card.
Oh! Look at that! The first joke of the podcast! Ding, ding, ding!
In all 72 episodes. And now they get to the meeting and Joe is a cult leader.
Yeah, he's being a
Nazi.
A fascist fish.
Fishist.
Fishist!
The second joke of the podcast.
You are on fire! This is, like you said, this is Be Prepared, which had me thinking, why wasn't Alan Rickman Scar? And when was Lion King? Because was him taking this role, him being like, well, fuck you, Disney, I'll go and be another amazing villain that I'm sure will be just as famous.
Lion King was 94, so he had some time to get over it if he was passed over for Scar.
Yeah. When was Harry Potter? When did that first come out? The book was 96.
Around this time.
Wow.
I think it was either late 99 or like 2000-ish.
Okay, I feel like Alan Rickman was making up for lost scars.
Oh.
But did I just make a joke? What happened?
No, it was close, almost. We're on 2.5 jokes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make a joke. I'd like to apologise to the listeners. No joke was intended there.
They break in by getting into a sardine tin,
Yeah.
which is being shipped into this weird, like, industrial...
Which I was confused about. Were they dead? Because later on they awake, but when they get the fish out of the sardine can, the existing sardines, they just float out. What? So what is this factory thing? Is it running on dead fish? Are these cannibal fascist fish?
I wish I could tell you. I honestly wish I knew.
I don't think the writers could tell us. I think we could have the director right here and he'd be like, I don't fucking know. I just like fish.
And Alan sings. He sings a villain song.
Yes! And it's pretty... It's okay.
It's pretty good. Yeah. He's like getting his... He's got the antidote and he's like dripping bits onto these sardine cans so they wake up and sing backup for him.
Yes.
And I was thinking, is wasting loads of antidote on backing singers, is that wasteful?
I think it's just queer.
No. It's camp.
Yeah, I think it's just camp. It's absolutely something you would do.
Like, he has like one drop left by the end of this song, but he's got like 6-part harmonies.
Yes.
Worth it.
Yes, the production value. She's a production.
And then Fly joins in with the song and ruins it.
Yeah, they get arrested.
Fly sings the last line of the song. The song's like, "We're over now."
Yeah, he's a loudmouth, so they get arrested. Classic.
Oh yeah.
And then...
he wants... Joe's like, you're going to give me the... You seem to know how to make more of this antidote, so...
Which they haven't said at all.
Fucking...
I don't know where he got that idea from. They just like the potion.
He's like, give me the fucking recipe. Oh, you're not? Okay, well, I'm going to put you in a cage and I'm going to send Sasha to a work camp. Verbatim quote, a work camp. You better work, Cam.
Oh my god. That's not where I thought you were going, but okay. Yeah, it gets pretty dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It certainly does.
Did they just make a concentration camp reference? Yeah. Yeah.
Concentration camp. Meanwhile, the professor washes up on the land and the parents are phoning the police.
Yes. And I must say... Auntie Anna is making a good case for Karens everywhere.
She's like, you will fucking find my children or I'm gonna kick off.
I'm gonna speak to the manager.
Let me speak to the manager.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Good for her.
And then the dad finds a bit of fishing wire or something and they're like, he's gone fishing.
The little tiny... Are they called boys? No, boys are bigger.
Tackle.
Yes. Sure.
Look at me knowing about sports.
You sure?
It's not a sport. It's not a sport if you stand still.
Yeah.
That's my theory. Like, golf, not a sport. Darts, not a sport. Fishing, not a sport.
Yeah, you're right. Still not queer, though.
No sport is queer, unless it's like figure skating.
Yeah. I mean, tennis has had a lot of lesbians.
Yeah, but it's still very, very heterosexual, isn't it? Despite that, somehow, even with like a dearth of lesbians?
Sure.
Does dearth mean a lot? Or does dearth mean not many?
It sounds like you were like, is that the collective term? A dearth of lesbians. Oh, it's had some great ones though. I like tennis, so I'm going to defend it.
You do get strawberries and cream.
And champagne. They're fully like,
that's cool.
Let's get wrecked, lads.
Maybe tennis is queer. Cricket, not queer, because it's just orange slices. That's not queer.
You just have two people of the same gender making very sexual noises at each other while they hit a ball.
Huh! Huh! I'm acting.
Very good.
Thank you. So Sasha's in the work camp. The work camp.
Yes. And, the work.
She's too
camp.
She's too small to pull the rocks.
She's so tiny. Her little face is like.
She's so tiny. She is useless. If this was true Nazism, she'd have been put to death.
Oh my god. Like, you're not wrong, but you shouldn't say it.
So she breaks free like the Ariana Grande she is.
Yes.
And goes to help them.
Yes. Meanwhile, Alan Rickman Fish is trying to like tell. What's his name?
I'm serving pure Alan Rickman fish. Side note, we don't say fish anymore, lads.
I mean, a lot of drag queens do. I don't know who you.
We shouldn't say fish anymore, lads.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he's trying to tell Fly that he's gonna make Fly like a special. He's like, I saw something special in you right away. You're so important. Ooh. And I was like, is that because he's the only fish wearing a fucking hat? Like, it's pretty fucking special. But then they throw instead, because Fly's a dickhead, they throw him in a cage where the cage bars, the space between the cage bars are bigger than the fish. But
yes,
they could have swum out.
They could have, but they don't, because there's a crab standing guard.
That is true.
But also he's a dickhead idiot, which is fair because he only gained sentience about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But Sasha comes in and gets the key.
Yes. Wait, hang on. And Chuck is made of jelly.
You are 99% water, sir.
Slither out, bitch.
Sting a bitch.
Yes. My God. Also, how do they not know what the potion is? The professor did a whole musical number about it. Were you not listening? He did a song. Anyway, yes, I'm getting distracted by their incompetence.
Joe sentences the shark and the crab to execution for being useless and letting them escape.
Yes.
But that doesn't happen.
Oh, there's a great line where... Wait, who said it? Yeah. He tells the shark to eat the crab, and then he tells the shark to eat himself. And the shark's like, I don't think so. And he says, yes, you're right. Nobody has to execute themselves in a civilized society. And I was like, I think you released this in America. You made a big death penalty statement, and you're a small Danish film. I love it. Good job.
So he hires an executioner, but the shark just eats the executioner because he's tiny.
Yes. So then he appoints the shark to be offensive commander? It's another metaphor about people seizing control of the military. Yeah.
It's very heavy-handed.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
You wanted subtlety in help, I'm a fish?
It's called Help! I'm a fish!
Help! Exclamation mark! I'm a fish!
And
like Panic!
The theme song
at the
is...
disco!
I'm a fish!
I'm a little yellow fish!
Yeah, anyway.
Luckily, Fly does remember the recipe song eventually.
Eventually, yes.
And we get a lovely camp montage.
Yes!
They're cooking up a storm.
To the sort of early 2000s version of Little Mix's Black Magic.
You are so right.
Right?
You are correct.
Yeah.
Love it. The parents meet the professor.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, guess what, your kid's a fish. And this is where technology would have come in handy on the grandma's side in The Witches, when she was like, hiya lads, your son's a mouse. The professor has video evidence to back it up.
Yes. Always be filming children in your house. Wait, what?
If there's a danger that a child may break into your house, they broke and entered. This was not legal. They deserved everything that was coming to them.
I mean, he did sing them a song. You know, it wasn't like he was like, get out.
True. Yeah, you weren't really like, no, don't drink the potion.
You kind of encouraged it by going, in case you do, here's an antidote.
If you're going to drink the potion, I will look away. I'll have the camera on. But, like, I don't want to have any, like, culpability in this situation.
Yeah.
There's a reason I live alone in a creepy boat.
Yeah, to be honest, it's their fault for going on the creepy boat.
If there's a creepy boat, don't go on it.
Yeah, do we need to expand don't take sweets from strangers, don't get in the nice man's van, to don't go in the creepy underground boat? Are kids that dumb?
These kids are. They need an octopus to finish their
for the ink.
potion.
Yes.
Yes. And they're like, wow, we're going to find an octopus. And it pans out and they're like on the octopus. And the octopus is like, hiya.
Yeah. They also have a big fight. Like a massive fight about how Chuck is lame and doesn't believe... That sounds like any Disney argument. You just don't believe. Yeah, well, you believe too much. Oh my god. And the little sister is like, are you guys fighting or just disgusting? And I was like, the pod. Hello.
And the octopus is like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
But then, like, everyone's screaming and the octopus spaffs out some ink.
Yes. And runs away.
Fucks off.
Yeah.
And they're like, lol, our screams scared it. And then they're like, oh, no, they didn't, because here's this man-fish, Alan Rickman fish, and a shark.
The villains have arrived.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then Alan Rickman fish, to give him his full title, just full on drinks the rest of the potion.
And, like, mutates into even more of a horror show.
Yeah. He's got, like, does he have little legs at this point? Or does he have that before? I don't know. He's not a great-looking fish.
No. I didn't want to fuck this fish. You'll be pleased to know, listeners.
And I didn't want to fuck this iteration of Alan Rickman. But only this one.
And all the Nazi crabs are coming as well. They're right. Hiya.
Yeah.
And Joe's like, hey, Fly, do you want a job in my Nazi army?
Yeah.
Being like, great and fun. Mm-hmm. And he's like, nah, thanks.
Nah.
I'm all right.
I don't know any
So
military manoeuvres I'll have to pass, but give me a bit. I'll go to uni. Go to Sandhurst. Get back to you.
And the crab just twats him one.
Fair enough.
Honestly, fair enough.
At some point in this scene, someone's like, for once, think before you speak. And I was like, oh, thank God, someone said it.
Why are crabs the biggest threat in this film? Because, like,
there's a whole
just
shark.
swim up, bitch.
A whole
just
shark.
Swim up. They're on the floor.
Yeah, I guess because they're armoured.
And snappy.
Snappy, yeah. I mean, he does twat him across the face. Which is like a punch, right? And the fish is like he's not okay for a good half an hour.
The rest of the film.
Yeah, basically. What? Okay, anyway. Also, how do you hit someone underwater? Surely you...
It's quite slow, yeah. You can't really... You'd see it coming.
Yeah.
And luckily, though, the professor has a boat that he's sailing around in that sucks up the fish so that the dad can, like, rifle through the fish like he's in Veruca Salt's dad's nut factory looking for a golden ticket. It's like, are you my son? No, it's a crab. Are you my... It's like backwards Finding Nemo.
Backwards Finding... Wait, what? Explain that slowly to me.
Because he's a human and he's... I don't know.
Oh, got you. Yeah, okay. I thought
it worked until you made me explain it.
I'm sorry for making you justify the things you say. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again.
You've made me sound like an idiot, Kate.
On this
alone
podcast?
have made me sound like an idiot.
It's never happened before.
So the crabs all get sucked up into the cyclone.
Yes.
And then the shark does as well and jams it. But Joe escapes, crucially.
Yes. And Chuck... because Joe's been twatted, Chuck takes over.
Fly.
What did I say?
Joe.
Oh, yeah. Fly's been twatted, so Chuck takes over. And he's...
When Chuck takes over. Yeah.
And he comes up with a plan. Okay, bearing in mind, they're like, there's 12 minutes before the time is up and we're going to be fish forever. He comes up with a plan in about 2 minutes.
He's clever. He's a clever boy.
He's a very clever boy.
He does science.
Yeah. And his plan is to go through a pipe.
Oh yeah, the pump to get into the water pump that goes into the professor's boat.
Yes.
To maintain his fish tanks.
Yeah. But crucially, they can't take the little seahorse. And so Sasha has to say goodbye to Stella. No, the other way around. Stella has to say goodbye to Sasha. And I was watching this, like, Am I not standing, what's it called? Shipping a starfish and a seahorse, but the starfish is actually a person. Is that what I'm doing? Is that what I'm doing here? Turns out.
I remember being so sad.
I was almost crying at this.
When she's like, "No, Sasha,
No.
go away.
Go away, no." And then Sasha
Go
brings
now.
her little, because they've been collecting ingredients together earlier on in the film, but she brings her more of the ingredients, and it's just so sad. Oh, little puppies.
I remember this I definitely cried at this as a child,
Yeah.
just this bit specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Also, they're queer.
oh yeah. So they go through the pipe, and Joe chases them.
Yeah.
Chuck gets them through. They end up in the piranha tank.
Yeah.
And Chuck manages to distract them as well and get them all gone.
Yes.
He's doing very well. And they're almost about to get the bottle of antidote, but Joe intercepts.
Uh-huh.
And everyone's like, "Fuck, no."
Yeah.
And Fly follows him down back into the pipe.
Yeah.
And is like, "I'm going to use my brain.
And I'm going to use your own insecurities against you. Yeah.
Which is quite a queer move.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Um.
then he's like, "So what's 300 times 9 billion?"
Yeah.
And Joe's like, "Shit," and drinks a bit. And then he's like, "Oh, I know the answer." And then he's like, "What's the speed of light?" And he drinks it. And then he drinks loads and loads and loads and turns into a human with abs, crucially. And
He's a bit
bits,
like
extra bits.
the human beast from Beauty and the Beast, but fucked up.
He's a bit like Jared Leto as the Joker. Because he's quite pale and like lipsticky, but has abs.
What's Jared Leto as the Joker? What's that in?
Is it Jared Leto in like it's Suicide Squad?
Oh, got you. I've never seen it, but
I've just seen pictures, and that's why.
Yeah.
It's also a lot like I never met any of them, but when you describe to me your teenage boyfriends, that's also what I think they look like.
How dare you be so right?
You know people that have only got abs because they're really thin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with those people, yes. Yeah.
That's it. That's the vibe.
He's also a bit
And he's like-
hunched.
and then
I've
Fly's
never
like-
dated anyone with good posture, thank you very much. And I don't intend to. People with good posture are psychopaths.
And Fly's like, "Joe, answer me one more question now that you're a human. Can humans breathe underwater?" And Joe's like, "Of course not." And then in silence, there's no music or sound effects or anything, just floats down the pipe.
There is a slight
And
sound
dies.
effect, which is like the kind of bubble of something sinking. You know what I mean? The boom, boom.
It's so fucking... Yeah.
Grim.
It's harrowing.
Yeah, it's awful.
Hate it.
Also, apart from the fascism thing, he just wanted to better himself.
I just wanted abs. Don't we all want abs?
He just wanted good posture.
I'd kill 3 children for some abs. I'd kill several. I'd kill more than 3.
How many do you want? I'll do them all. Perhaps. Just give me a list.
Name your price.
What, the price is eating well and exercising regularly? Fuck off.
No.
Shan't.
My only currency is dead children.
Are you a child in, like, 2007? When dead babies was humour currency.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh, heck.
Comedy.
Anyway, they've got 1 minute left,
Yes.
and the boat is filling up with water, and we see Chuck and Stella get some potion down their gullets, but we don't see Fly get any.
Yes. And I didn't know how it ended, so for a while I was like, fuck, they killed the kid. They killed the kid. Are they Kate Butch because they killed the kid?
wanted abs.
They really, like, there's a whole drawn out bit where Chuck is like sobbing and his mum...
He's holding this fish.
This dead fish.
You didn't make it.
Yeah. And the mum, sorry, Aunt Anna, Anna is like, don't be silly. And she like grabs the fish, but it falls and she treads on it. And I was like, she trod on his dead friend. She mushed him right up with her heel. I kind of expected them to do like they do in SpongeBob, like show a real mushed up dead fish. Like, it was so traumatic. But no.
But luckily, she picks up the fish and it's the California flying fish from earlier.
Yes.
And Human Fly comes running in like, hiya, what did I miss? You're right, love.
He doesn't come running in. He was sitting in the corner. He was there the whole time. Oh. And I was like, you kept fucking quiet, didn't you? To be fair, if I knew people thought I was dead and I was hiding in the corner, I'd be like, go on. Say it.
You'd want to know, wouldn't you?
Do you miss me? Yeah, of course you do. That's what I thought. You sad I'm dead? Good. Be weird if you weren't.
And he's got a broken leg from being twatted by a crab or something.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we've got a happy ending.
Yes.
Mainly because the dad is topless. And sitting on the beach, having a nice time.
Yeah.
And they're all like playing around, having a great time, going down slides and shit. And then Stella and Sasha get reunited in the rock pool bisexual place, and it's...
Okay, I wasn't wrong. She's a rock pool bisexual. Stella is queer.
She's a bit of a rock... She's got tendencies. There's a glimmer of queerness.
She is, in general, a massive straight liability, but there is a glimmer of hope.
In this one seahorse aspect. And they take the seahorse, and Chuck and the professor put Sasha in a tub, and are like, seeing as our weird DNA scrambling worked out so well last time, let's give it another go, lads.
Yeah. We will persist. Against all odds and people going, please no.
Very heterosexual. And they turn her into a real horse.
She's got a little pony, and it's so cute.
They gallop around.
This warmed my heart so much. It was so cute.
And we get another fucking burst of I'm a yellow, yellow fish in the deep blue sea.
So cute.
Iconic.
Yeah.
And the credits roll, and it's only been an hour of my life.
Yeah.
And so is this episode.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, that's it really?
We're coming in at under the time.
It won't be though, will it? Once we've finished up. Probably going to be long.
We've still got about 17 minutes.
Okay. Oh, under the... I see. Got you. Thought you meant under an hour.
It's like an hour, yeah.
Okay.
No.
This podcast? Never.
Never. Yeah, that's it. That's your lot.
Yeah. Was it queer?
There was queerness in it.
The villain.
Aunt Anna.
Classic.
The villain. The sea in general.
Just, yes. Oceanic murmurings. Stella and Sasha, interspecies
Is that
lovers.
your, like, ASMR CD? Oceanic Murmurings
Absolutely.
with Caitlin Powell?
It's just me going...
So what you're going to do is... the sea. You dip one toe into the cool waters, and then you put your whole foot in, and then you just keep walking into the sea, and never come back. Bye-bye.
Basically, yes.
That's it. Caitlin Powell tells you to drown yourself over 3 audio installations, $19.99 each.
It's kind of the brand. Like, I'm telling you to drown yourself, but you kind of love it nonetheless.
You're having a nice time.
Yeah.
It's a good way to go.
Yeah. It's pretty camp in some bits.
The songs, they're camp.
Mm-hmm. I think that's all the bits.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really hope this is a film that other people have seen. Do let us know if you have
Yeah.
seen it. Or let us know how many kids you would kill to get abs.
Yes.
That's the question of the week, I've decided. Let us know on social media, at Queers Gone By on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Kate Butch 1 on the both of them.
I'm at Caitlin Powell on Instagram and at Caitlin PWLL on Twitter.
And don't forget to subscribe and rate and review.
Yes.
Let people know what you're listening to.
Yes. Maybe don't
All that jazz.
begin with the killing kids for abs bit, but, you know. Or do.
I think it's...
Chuck 'em in
you
at the
get-
deep
you're getting
end.
the bit out of the way. People know what they're coming into.
Chuck him in at the deep end. Water fiend.
That's good.
Yeah.
And Chuck the minute the deep end.
Chuck! Yes.
Yep. That's racked our joke count up to about 3.75
Yeah,
now.
I think we are. Yeah, ding, ding, ding. That's our
That's
record.
like one per every 22 episodes. Love that.
Well done, us.
If you want to get extra bonus nonsense and merchandise and snacks and all that kind of jazz and early access, go to patreon.com/queers and sign up from just £1 a month.
Yes.
We're getting very close to Christmas. I'm very excited. So next week we're doing a pseudo wintry.
Is that
episode.
next week? Oh, fuck. I'm very excited for that.
It snuck up on us. It's crept up quick, hasn't it?
Oh, I'm feeling Christmassy already.
Get mulling your wine. Get decking your halls.
Mull your wine, deck your halls along with us.
I've been decking my halls the whole episode.
I know, it's very disturbing. I didn't want to say.
Don't want to draw attention to it.
Yeah.
So do make sure you're subscribing and following us so you don't miss the episode when it comes out next week.
Yes.
And until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm a little yellow fish in the deep blue sea. I don't know the rest of the words,
Won't
but I'm just
somebody
gonna carry
help
on.
me?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Help have a fish.
It's very literal. It's not good.